guys, welcome back. My name is Candy and this is Sweet Creek Thrift, and this is installment 2 or part 2 of my April sales reports. And I am a part-time reseller on Ebay and Poshmark primarily, and so I basically purchase items and flip them to sell and make a profit, or hope to make a profit on those items. And this is just my monthly end of April report for you guys. And I did go and put April 1st through 15th on a previous video, so if you want to check that one out, feel free to do so. So this one is just going to be from essentially April 16th until the end of April, and then I'm going to give you my total amount that I earned. And so I'm basically going to share with you guys everything. I'm going to move this over here. I'm just gonna share with you guys everything, and hopefully you can see my screen. It's taken me a long time. It's actually May 17th today that I'm filming this, and it's taken me a really long time to get this filmed because my previous computer, if you go back and watch that last video, I was having a lot of problems with it, so we ended up having to buy a new computer for me to use. And my husband took the old one, and he's just going to use it because he bought some RAM or something to put in it, and he's fixed it the best it can be, but it's still usable. It's just it needs a little extra help. So, and I didn't want to use it for doing these videos because I don't want to have to like keep closing screens every time I video, which was what I was having to do on that prior video. It's pretty funny. Anyways, I'm so glad I have a new computer so that I can now film these again and hopefully get back on track with my videos and keeping y'all up to date. So I am going to share with you guys everything that I sold and my stats from like where I bought it, how much I sold it for, what app I sold it on, etc. And so feel free to follow along as I walk you through those. I'm going to share the items with you and show you what they look like. So if you're interested, just give it a few minutes and you'll see what this video is all about. I am going to do all my eBay sales first, and then I'll go back and do the Poshmark sales. So I have them all lined up on my screen across here, and we will work our way through one at a time. So we have, I don't know how many are left. Let's see, 21 to 41. So about 20 items, which isn't too much for the last part of the month. Perfect. So let's just go right into it. So this first item is Glitzy Girls. That's the brand name. And it was this women's sort of like a baby doll shirt with bell sleeves. And I put mint coral floral rose, size 2XL. And so as you can see, the sleeves did this like bell at the end of them. And this is the tag. This was new with tags. And it was just this really pretty. Honestly, this reminds me of like Pioneer Woman, even though it's not Pioneer Woman, but this just gave me that vibe. So yeah, this apparently was $43.95 new. I'm guessing this was like a boutique, like a boutique-y brand of some kind. And so anyways, I found this at the Goodwill, retail Goodwill down in Houston, November 28th. It was when I had gone when my daughter was getting her hair done, and I went to the Goodwill close to where she was at. And so I purchased this for $5.99, and I posted it December 12th to Poshmark and eBay, and it sold on eBay April 18th, and it sold for $21.30, which made my net profit $13.31. So not terrible. I was able to earn my money back and have a profit, and I was super happy about that. Essentially I doubled, so I paid $6. I more than doubled my $6 since I actually earned $13. So I was actually pretty cool. I was happy about that. I'm totally happy with that sale. I do feel like I'm learning to pick up items at the store that do end up selling for more than just like at the bins, which the bins you have a higher potential profit because the items are so low price. You know, essentially they're really low. You pay $1.50 per item. When I go, at least I do, just because I do bulk book buys essentially, so I get a lot at once. Now, well, whether they will all sell for that, like every single item, whether it will all sell on those big, huge Goodwill bins hauls, it's like that's going to be the question. I've been selling a lot of it though, so I think in the long run it's going to sell. I've decided that I actually am going to, I've started doing this. I've started creating new spreadsheets like this one where I'm keeping track of all of my items from every time I go out and source. So it'll be like all basically just per receipt. So if I go to the Goodwill retail, I'm going to keep a list of, you know, if I only bought 10 items on that receipt, that's what's going to be on that sheet. And so I have a whole new sheet that I started for that, and I went back and I decided to start to go back and do as many of my 2023 receipts, just so that I can move forward and have that just to have that to fall back on, so I can go back and look at it and be like, oh, okay, this is what, like, did I do a good job on that trip? Am I progressing in my learning as I'm learning? Essentially, I'm just like stumbling over everything I'm saying today, but essentially as I'm learning like what items sell, like I'm just learning the industry and I'm learning the market, and I'm still learning a lot. So I think this is really helpful for me personally to go back and look and see the progress that I've made, and also to go, hey, that probably wasn't a great item to pick up, and let's just stay away from those items. And it really helps solidify it in my mind. But a goal of mine is to be able to see, I want to see like, oh, on this Goodwill Bins trip, I spent $200 or whatever, and how much did I end up earning? How much was it actually once I sold everything? So I just think that would be an interesting statistic, and I don't want to invest in like apps right now and programs that probably do this a lot easier. And so I'm just trying to create the forms myself, and I don't mind busy work because I sit here for 40 hours a week doing my regular job, and I have time between phone calls to just like type stuff in. And so if I have a few minutes here and there, I can just do that and keep up on it pretty quick. So it doesn't bother me to do that. It may not work for everybody, but I like it. So, and if I like it, that's all that matters. Anyways, the next item is Alice in Wonderland, obviously Cheshire Cat. It was this watercolor style print women's leggings pants, size medium. So I do have a little story about this. Not a big story, but honestly, this was not a name brand, and I found out that this was, I think, a name brand item that was sort of like maybe mocked. I don't know. Okay, so I'm learning, you guys, and I did not realize that you couldn't sell or that you shouldn't sell this kind of stuff. So give me your opinions if you know. I'm just learning, so don't be harsh, don't be mean. Just tell me, like, legitimately, would you have sold this item? I found this at a Goodwill. So Goodwill was selling this at, not the bins. This was at a regular Goodwill. So they were selling it, and if they can sell it, why should I not be able to resell it? I just don't get that mindset. But anyways, so essentially this would have been a name brand item, but it wasn't. It was like a mock-off or a knockoff of that, I guess what I'm trying to say. And when I posted my little reels, because I do Instagram reels and then I share them onto YouTube, somebody did comment and say, you should be selling this kind of a thing, which I totally didn't think about it until when they put that, and I was like, that's probably a valid point. But at that point I've already sold it, so I don't know what to say. I did sell it, and so I did buy this at Goodwill on March 9th at a retail Goodwill for $3. I thought that was a great deal, and I thought, these are so cool. Somebody's going to want to buy these. And so I was right. It sold on I posted it April 6th to Poshmark and eBay, and it sold on eBay on April 19th, so it sold pretty quick. And then they bought them for $24, and I'm pretty sure this was on, like, what is that app called? Alibaba or like something like that. I'm pretty sure it's on one of those, like, you can go online and purchase them, and I think you can resell them. I might be wrong, but I'm pretty sure you can. But it's on one of those sites, and I think they sell them for like $6 maybe. So anyways, I don't know. But when I did my comps, as I did look up comps, I did see the original brand by the name brand, and then I saw this, you know, non-name brand item. But I didn't think that it would be a problem to resell it. So I don't know. I don't know what to think. I probably should do a little more research on that just so I can learn, because I am still learning. So we'll get there. We'll get there. I'm giving myself a little bit of grace. I need to learn what I can and can't do, and I will get there. So I did make a profit of $18.12 on those leggings, and I was really happy with myself for that flip. The next item is this Rocket Dog Women's Sunset Black Webbing Flip-Flop Thong Sandals, size 7.5. And I did find this item, and when I saw it, I'm pretty sure I follow Ginger Marvin here on YouTube, and I really love watching their videos. I love, if you happen to see this, I love you guys. I just love watching them. I love how casual it is. I love that I'm learning a lot of different brands from all these different people on YouTube, and it really does help. People are like, don't watch it, but I'm going to watch it anyways because I like watching them. And if I like watching them, it doesn't matter. So if you don't have time to watch videos, that's you. I have plenty of time to watch videos. So when I'm steaming clothes, I'm watching videos. When I'm cooking, I might be watching videos. Like, I don't like watching a lot of TV anymore, so generally I'm watching YouTube videos, whether it's reselling videos like these, or I watch a lot of gardening videos because I do garden. I watch crypto investment type videos because I am interested in that. So just anything that I have an interest in, I follow and I watch. So anyways, I appreciate the people that do show us stuff. So I really do. I really appreciate it because I learn a lot. So anyways, I would have never picked these up. Had I not heard. I'm pretty sure it was Ginger Marvin's videos. It was from like months ago. And I'm pretty sure she sold a pair of Rocket Dogs, and that's how I knew the brand. And so by that, when I saw them, I went ahead and grabbed them. So this was from the Goodwill bins. And so I went there December 27th, and at this location, which is in Waco, Texas, you do pay $1.99 for sandals, and so I paid $1.99 for this. And let's see, I didn't post it until March 25th to Poshmark and eBay, and it sold April 21st on eBay, and it sold for $12, which made my profit $8.58. So these apparently are popular enough that people like them. I did wash them in my washing machine, which did get out a lot of like around the webbing area of like that. It was just kind of like, you could see like a bunch of dust had been on it and stuff. So I just threw them in my washing machine and washed them, and they came out looking pretty good for being used. And the bottoms were, worn, but you could see that. You can see that it had toe indents and everything. I made sure I got really good pictures. Anyways, I just think it's interesting that when you learn these brands and you know what you can pick up and not pick up. So I appreciate it. If you happen to see this video, thank you. And the next item is this Loft Skinny Crop Light Blue Soft Cotton Lysol Mid-Rise Jeans. And essentially a size 8 if you're in the United States, but it was a size 29. And I've had these for a while, and then I went and took new pictures of it. I thought that, because I've been, like on my last video I said I've been taking new pictures of everything, and I finally did go and I got some new pictures, which I think is really, really helping because things do. Also, when I do my new pictures and I post it, I've said this before, but when I do take the new pictures, I delete the old listing and I copy and paste most of the words, but then I update it. And I've been adding measurements and I've been adding the material information because I've noticed that when I didn't have that, I would get a lot of questions like, what's the pit to pit, or what's this? And I'd have to go dig it out and find it. And I think in the long run for me, it's easier just to get it all in there in the front, in the very beginning, because then I don't have to go pull stuff out to get a measurement. This way, that if the person's interested and they can right then and there see the measurements, and they're going to know if it fits them, and then they're going to buy it instantly. But while they send me a message, if I haven't put the pit to pit on there, whatever measurement they need, and then they send me a message, if I'm not immediately able to go look that up, I might lose that sale. So I would rather just do it up front. And I think that's helped. I think that's really helped me as I've seen more sales increase, the more dedicated I've been about it. And so I did get this in the original donation, and so I paid $0 for this. And it was posted, like I said, a long time ago, posted it June 21st of 2022. And not the best pictures. I mean, it wasn't terrible pictures, but they weren't the best pictures. And then I steamed them clean. I did new pictures, and I posted them back on Poshmark. And then I also posted it over to eBay for the first time, and I posted it on March 28th. And then it sold on eBay on April 20th, my birthday. So it did sell in less than a month, which was really cool. And then I made a profit. Well, they sold for $18, which made my profit $16.46 for that item. Okay, and then the next item is this. Hold on, I'm missing one. Oh no, is that Poshmark? Hold on, I'm like losing my lines here. Oh yeah, that's a Poshmark one. Okay, we'll see that one in a minute. Okay, so H&M basic black leggings. I put H&M basics. Black leggings, women's size large, good condition. I put in the title because there's basically hardly anything to say right here. And I'm like, it's just basic black leggings. I mean, who's going to buy that? But I went ahead with it. It was actually called Basic off of H&M. And they were in really good condition. There was this little tiny snag, but other than that, they were in really good condition. And I just went ahead and listed it. So it was from the original donation. I don't think that we ever really used it, or maybe my daughter used it once or twice. But so I paid $0. So it didn't cost me anything. I didn't pay for this item. I probably would not pick this item up to sell. But yeah, I already had it, so I kept it and I posted it. So anyways, I posted it October 24th, 2021, like a million years ago. And then I retook those new pictures again, just like before. And I posted it, my throat's dry. I posted it January 2nd of 2024 for this year to eBay. And I reshared it to Poshmark. But it did sell on eBay on April 22nd, and it sold for $7, which made my net profit $6.24 for that item. The next item is this Athleta Brooklyn ankle pant in this mountain olive green color, and it was a mid-rise size 10. And I did find these at the original, the regular Goodwill down in Houston. I'll show you the pictures. There's that. So this was purchased March 6th. Oh my God. But I'm tired. I worked all day today, and I got off work and I'm doing this. So let's see. So I posted this on, I paid $6.99 for it at the regular Goodwill in March. I posted it April 12th to Poshmark and eBay. It sold on eBay on April 23rd for $32, you guys. So that was a really good flip for me. I made $20.73 as a profit. So I was pretty excited about that one. When I found them and I looked them up, I was like, oh, this is a really good one, because I have another pair of older Athleta pants and they are just sitting. But I do need to take new pictures of those, and I think they will sell once I do that. I just think that the way that they look on the pictures is not great. Anyways, so the next item is this All in Motion, and it was this seamless racerback sports bra size medium. So essentially it just doesn't have like the seams, and it's very like, I don't know if you can see, well, let me click on this, like along all of these seams, it's just like a raw hem almost. And I just thought that was interesting. But it was in really good condition. It wasn't faded. It was just like very minor wear. And I did get this at the Goodwill bins, which is why I picked it up, because it was at the bins, and it's so light that my average cost of goods was $1. So I wrote $1, but it probably officially wasn't even $1 if you were to weigh it out. So it doesn't hurt to pick stuff like that up just as like filler items, in my opinion, especially knowing that it will probably eventually sell. So I did post it, so I did get it at the Goodwill bins at the end of December, and I posted it April 1st to Poshmark and eBay. It literally took me that long because I had so many items from the bins. I still have items that I haven't finished posting from the bins from that trip, but I'm getting there. I'm really close to getting caught up, so I'm really happy. I'm getting so close. Anyways, so I posted it April 1st to eBay and Poshmark. It sold on eBay on April 24th for $8. So it wasn't a huge flip, but it was a little bit. That made my profit $6.05. So I did make a profit off of that one. The next item is this Danny Collection beige crochet duster cardigan, open knit, size large. And it was just this really cool, it kind of like looked like a granny square style knit in my mind anyways, but then it had all the other, anyways, it was really cool. I really thought it was a really pretty piece, and I saw this at a Goodwill again. I seem to go to Goodwill a lot. So I got it on March 9th. So, and I paid $7.99. I did pay up a little bit more for this item. I just had this feeling that it would sell, and it would sell for a good amount. And I posted it on April 6th to Posh and eBay, and I sold it on eBay for $38. It sold on April 23rd, and it sold for $38. That made my profit $33.65. So I think the only reason my profits are coming out like that is because of the whole how eBay gives you like a discount on shipping, but then they're taking that away now. And I didn't want to mess anything up with my like eBay algorithm, and I don't want to have them say, ooh, like I didn't want to opt out of that whole shipping thing, because I know they're going to pass that on to the buyer now, and I'm totally fine with that. I just I don't want to like opt out of it. I didn't want to. I think it's already past the date to opt out anyways, but I didn't want to opt out just because, and this might have been a mistake, I don't know, but I did see somebody else post that they opted out and they thought that their sales dropped significantly. So I'm worried that like if I was waiting to see what people might say on like YouTube videos about that whole thing. And I don't know, I think it's really just to each his own, but I also don't agree with like keeping that extra money. And since I'm so new, I didn't really know how to fix that problem, but I guess if they're going to pass the discount on to the buyer, I'm fine with that. Since when I do eBay, I do, I guess, calculated shipping, because I put in the weight, and I almost always only use USPS ground shipping or USPS priority mail. So it's going to be one of those two options for the buyer, and the buyer has to pick which one they would prefer. So I think, and then I put the weight in. So then it calculates based on how far they live. And then anyways, so yeah, I think that up until now, I've been getting like extra money on top because the calculated shipping issue. So I think that's why I always wondered, I'm like, why is it like it's so close? Like, how is it that I sold it for $38 and then they paid $48.98? That was their, to break that down, it's $2.28 in tax. The sales fee to eBay was $6.89, and then the shipping fees was $6.16. I don't know if I just not calculate that correctly, but I'm gonna have to go back and look at that. But anyways, my profit was $33.65, and that made my, oh yeah, I don't know what I was thinking. I was thinking of something else. Anyways, I'm still trying to figure that out in my mind, but I feel like, I don't know. It's now making me question everything I've done in the past. So I'm going to have to go back and really look at that, because I think it honestly was just the eBay shipping thing that's throwing me for a loop. Anyways, I don't know if I'm doing this wrong. If you guys think I'm doing it wrong, let me know. But I have take everything right off eBay, and I put the gross, the amount that they paid, I put the purchase price, which I put that there just so I know how much they paid for the item, and then I just kind of break down all their fees, the fees for everything, and then my net profit. Maybe that line I just did wrong, I don't know, I'll have to go back and look at it, but I think that's correct. Anyways, moving along. The next item is this Dash of Glitter Dr. Seuss baby toddler dress with red bows on the shoulders. So I put red bows, size extra small, which is a 12 to 18 months. And I did get this at the bag sale at my local baby store called Kid to Kid, which is in Bryan, Texas, if you're used to if you're in the area. Anyways, and this is I think a boutique brand called Dash of Glitter. They have a lot of really cute clothes for kids, by the way. But anyways, but they have unique sizing, so I did put the 12 to 18 months on there. And so this item I got at that bag sale. My average cost of goods at the bag sale was $1.57 per item. And I did purchase this on February 17th of this year. And I posted it on February 24th to Poshmark, to eBay, and to Kitizen. And it sold on eBay on April 24th for $15, and that made my profit $11.78. The next item is this Cole Haan brown tan, and I put camel leather stacked heel sandal braid strap, size 10. And there's the logo, Cole Haan. There's the stacked heel. And it was just really pretty. I did put in the notes, like I can go back through all of it, but I did write the condition because there was some scuffing. Overall, like, they were really cute. Overall, they're just adorable pair of sandals. But then the bottoms were really cracked. And I was pretty sad about that because I didn't notice that when I bought them, and then I thought, I'm just going to go ahead and post them anyways, because honestly I think the way that this particular heel is, I think that can be fixed, because I honestly think it's just this layer right there. So I think somebody can either take it somewhere and have it fixed, or I don't know, but it's just literally that section. So if you looked at this pair, it's like right here. So if they can take it into a cobbler and just like have that little section replaced, I think it's possible. But anyways, I disclosed that. I took really good pictures. I had a really close-up picture. So honestly, they can't say they didn't see that. And so I disclosed that, and then I priced it low for that reason, because I didn't realize it when I bought it. I did get these at the Goodwill bin, so I wasn't really paying extreme attention to everything. And I paid $1.99 for those because it was sandals. That was from that trip at the end of December. And I posted it on January 3rd to Poshmark and eBay, and it sold on April 25th on eBay. And it sold for $13, and that made my profit $12.39. And the next item is this Forever 21 black floral romper, and it's this faux wrap plus size 3X. And so this was my original pictures that I had. This is how I was taking all my pictures, laid out on a blanket. So on the floor, on a blanket, it was killing my back just to lean over and lay them out and get them all situated and then take pictures. So that's why I've been switching over to doing the hanger thing, and I just love it so much better, to be honest. So I'm really happy with the way I'm doing it now. But this was such a pretty romper. It was so pretty. I love it. I probably could have kept it. Probably would have fit me. I just don't think that my body type really goes well in this kind of a fit. But yeah, it was just really, really cute. I did get this at, let's see, Goodwill. I did get it at the Goodwill store, and I purchased this in October 21st of last year. I paid $6.99 for it. This is when I was first starting to get a little more focused and going out and doing more thrift shopping and actually trying to invest in my business. So I didn't make all the best decisions considering it was Forever 21. It did sit for a long time. So I posted it on October 23rd to Poshmark and eBay, and it finally sold on eBay on April 27th, and it sold for $17, and my profit was $7.92. So see, that one looks like it came out a lot better. I'm going to have to go back and just make sure my numbers are correct. So I'm going to give you guys a whole total thinking this is it, but I might be off. Now I'm questioning myself. Anyways, the next item is a Southern Grace, which is another, I think, boutique brand, and it was new with tags. And it's this softball mom baseball. I put baseball in there too. Shirt, sheer, plus size, 2X. It says softball, but I think somebody could wear it to baseball games too. But since it's softball season and it was going into softball season, I went ahead and grabbed this item. And this is a 2X. It was new with tags, and I got it at, I think, the bag sale. I'm going to look in a moment. This, like, cream area was like a sheer see-through. But it had, like, that jersey accent sleeves. So I just thought it was cute. And just going into softball season, I just had this feeling somebody would want it out there. And I did get it in the bag sale at Kid to Kid. It was $1.57 per item. And I posted it on March 16th to Poshmark and eBay, and it sold on eBay on April 29th for $14. That made my profit $10.91. And they actually had a bunch of those shirts. Like, I think I saw like 3, 4, 5 of them, I think. They were all new with tags. It was definitely a boutique brand that was at that bag sale. I just thought that was interesting. But I decided just to pick up one because I was afraid if I picked up 3, 4, 5 of them, they wouldn't sell. And I didn't want to make a bad decision, so I went with just one, and I called one and done. So we're going to go back to the top, and, well, not to the top, but up to my, let me find it on here. Let's see, right about here. Okay, so this line. So this is where we are now. We are switching to Poshmark sales. So this was my first Poshmark sale starting on the 16th. And it was a Free People, and it was called Come a Little Closer skirt. And it was this denim blue jean with the pockets. I just thought the pockets were pretty cool. They had these like pointy arrows at the top, and I thought that was really cool. Kind of like that denim western shirt look to it. And it was a size 4. Let's see. So I did get pictures, like some of them turned in, like, I don't know. Like, you can see back here that the color, and then you get this close up, and it's like the color doesn't come across correctly. But anyways, I'm trying to get better pictures, and I did grab a couple off online that I had found just to give a better understanding of what it would look like on, which I'd like to do, and I like to put them mostly at the end of my postings unless I think it's going to benefit or help it sell faster if I put one at the beginning. But I only do that on certain items just because I like that. I like to know that I'm not using stock photos as much as possible, but yeah, it's still good to have them, I think, for some items. And I did get this in the bag sale at Uptown Cheapskate for $1. That location, it wasn't the Kid to Kid, because I went from Kid to Kid and then I went over to Uptown Cheapskate, and they're like owned by the same people, and so they were doing the bag sale at both locations. And so my bag that I picked up over there was an average cost of $1 per item, and so I paid $1. And I posted this on March 22nd to Poshmark and eBay, and it sold on Poshmark on April 16th for $9, and that made my profit $5.05. So not a big sale, but I was happy that I made a little profit off of it. The next item is this Express brand, and it's this bright blue t-shirt with silver shiny skull embossing v-neck, size small. I guess you could call that a v-neck. It's kind of rounded neck, but it was kind of a v-ish shape. I don't know. I had this posted a really long time ago. As you can see, this was on that blanket that I was using. Oh, I didn't show you. Okay, I'll go through the pictures real quick. And it was kind of like this, I guess I put sleeveless or maybe cap sleeve, but it was like a short sleeve. And it's like this really like embossing, I don't know what else to call it. I put embossing, but it was like applied on. I don't know. I don't even know what you call that. I guess you could call it embossing. Anyways, I'm losing my mind. It was a size small, and I did get that in the original donation, so I didn't actually pick that one up myself. So I just kept it because it was really cute, and every time I finally pulled it out of the box and I saw it again, I would look at it and think, is this worth saving? I would look at it, and it was in really good condition, and it was really cute. So I was like, yeah, I'm just going to leave it. Somebody out there is going to want it eventually. So I did post this on Poshmark November 1st of 2022. It was from that original donation, and it sold on Poshmark April 19th of 2024. So it took a really long time, and I think somebody that actually had liked it like months and months before finally came back and bought it. I think that she finally decided she wanted it. So I thought that was pretty cool because she came back and sent me an offer, and I took it. So it sold for $8, and that made my profit $5.05 again. Interesting. I have two of those same prices. So the next item is one that I picked up at my local Goodwill, not my local Goodwill, the Goodwill in Houston, excuse me. I guess it's not really that local for me, but it was Judy Blue distressed cutoff denim Bermuda high waist, size 2X, and it was these shorts, and it was new with tags. So I found this at the Goodwill in Houston, and it was on a day I think that the cat was getting fixed, and so I was going. I love it when I can go and just spend all day looking at the bin. Like, well, I don't go to the bins. I don't think I went to the bins that day. I actually just went to this store, and I spent like 5 hours in this one Goodwill store. It was crazy, but I was just like taking my time, going through every single thing there, and then when the new racks would come out finally, I think they brought out 2 or 3 that day when I was there, maybe 4 even. I was able to go through and get some stuff off the racks too, but this was up front at the beginning of the store, and they had like, I don't know why, you guys, but I do now know that if I find these again, I would pick them up. But they had like 4 or 5 of these new with tags, and I only picked up one, again because I'm still, I think, questioning myself and my abilities to make wise decisions on what to pick up. So anyways, and I also thought I might, if it didn't sell, I could wear it myself because it's my size, that kind of a thing. Well, anyways, they were selling them for $9.99 each, which I went ahead and paid up for that, and that might be why I decided not to pick the others up, because I just thought that was kind of high. But it was brand new with tags, and I knew it was Judy Blue, and I had heard the name Judy Blue, so I knew that it was a good brand. So I picked it up on March 6th. I posted it April 4th to Poshmark and eBay, and it sold April 20th on Poshmark for $28, and that made me a net profit of $18.01. The next item, I had a lot of eBay sales in a row, which is crazy. The next item is this Skechers. It's this Cali by Skechers. I'll show you this logo. It says Cali from Skechers Yoga Foam. And it has these really pretty blue, like beaded, I don't know what you call it. It's kind of like, it's not sequins, but it's just like these cute little shiny gemstones. I don't know. I don't know what you would call it, but I put blue beaded floral, and it was a meditation yoga foam is what I found out. And honestly, I think they were brand new, but I didn't know for sure, so I just left them as used, as pre-owned. But it had the stickers, so I don't think they were ever really used. And the stickers weren't worn or anything. I mean, maybe somebody used it once. And then the backs have these like little elastic straps. Anyways, I thought they were really cute. I found it at that Goodwill bins in Waco at the end of December for $1.99, and I posted it January 1st to Posh and eBay, and it sold on Poshmark on April 25th, and it sold for $20, so I made a profit of $18.01. Then the next item is this Buffalo brand of puzzle, which I love doing puzzles when I have the time, and when my table is cleaned off. My husband uses it for everything under the sun. So if I get lucky, usually I do puzzles around the holiday season, mostly in the winter time when I'm not gardening and doing other stuff like a crazy maniac. But it's really like the time that I can slow down and just kind of like chillax. And I like doing that. So here's the puzzle all done on my table, my kitchen table. And I took a picture. I went ahead and put it in a Ziploc. So I hate losing pieces. So I went and put it in a Ziploc so that way you can't lose the pieces. Plus, if you ship it and it somehow got wet, hopefully it would protect the puzzle pieces. But anyways, I just like to put it in the bag. And then I did sell this, so I got to use it. And I put from my closet, because I purchased this a long time before I started reselling some of my puzzles, and I have posted the ones I've done now. So I think there's a few that we're gonna frame and put up on walls, but other than that, I know my husband framed one so far, and I have two in my closet that are done, and they're stacked on top of each other, and I need to buy picture frames to put them in. Yeah, anyways, so this one was from my closet, so I just put 0 because I didn't remember where I bought it, probably at a Goodwill, and I probably paid like $1.99 for it, to be honest. I could have paid 99 cents, it could have been $2.99, I'm not really sure. And I didn't buy it at the time to resell, so I just said it was for my closet. And I posted it to Poshmark September 15th of 2023, and it sold on April 28th of 2024 for $10. And that made my profit $7.05. And the next item is One State, and it was this Kelvin, or I think it's called Kelvin, but it's with a C. Kelvin brown beige soft leather slip-on shoe sandals, size 9. I didn't know what to label these as, so that's what I went with, shoe sandal. And it did have some flaws, and I showed that pretty clearly on the photos. I tried to get good photos so you can see like where it's worn overall, but they're really cute, and they're leather, and they have a lot of life left for somebody who doesn't mind a few flaws here and there. So I did put flaws, shows wear, scuffs, spot on top. Please see photos for the condition. I took photos of wear overall, lots of life left, good soles, which they did. They have decent soles. The soles didn't look like they were worn out, which is really good. And then I sold this. Oh, I got this at the Goodwill bins for the $1.99 for the sandals. And I posted it to Poshmark January 16th and eBay, Poshmark and eBay. And it sold on Poshmark on April 27th for $16. And that made my net profit $10.81. My next item is a Simply Vera Wang long maxi purple floral dress, size XL. And I did get this, I do know I got this at a Goodwill out in Lufkin, I think. And it was when my girls had gone to the movie theater, and I was killing time because I didn't want to see that movie. It was this really pretty, almost like a watercolor print. I think the watercolor like prints are doing really good right now. So that might be a good, I don't even use watercolor on here, but to me, I think the print is doing really well. But it was just this like faux wrap top with the sleeveless, and it was a high-low hemline and really flowy, just a long maxi, just really cute for the summer months. It would make a great like going to a wedding dress kind of a thing. And I did get this at the Goodwill October 28th for $6.29. I posted it on October 31st to Poshmark, and it sold on April 27th for $17, and that made my profit $7.31. And the next item is Democracy Reflex convertible utility cropped pants, Aztec blue black, size 8. And I was actually just getting ready to take new pictures of this when it sold, which I thought was pretty funny. Because I actually literally had pulled it out, and then somebody bought it, so I didn't have to take the pictures after all, which was really fun. It's got this interesting tag. It says Flexcellent, which I thought was interesting. And just this like casual, almost like a cargo. It has like cargo pocket on the side. I don't know if you could see that. Well, it was on the front, I guess. there was like this cargo pockets here, kind of like just like the kind that you could put like your phone in it. I don't know. Anyways, and then they were kind of like this roll tab at the bottom, which I thought was interesting as well. And then they have pockets on the back. And overall, there was minor wear, but it was overall in still really pretty good condition. And I got these at the Goodwill bins back in November. My average cost of goods was $1.27. I posted it November 13th to Poshmark and eBay. And it sold on Poshmark on April 29th for $23. So, I mean, a little wear. It had a unique design. It had that Aztec print. And it was just this like kind of like a hiking pants in my opinion, like cropped capri style. Anyways, I don't know, I just thought they were kind of cool, kind of artsy, and I figured somebody would like it, which I was right. It just took a long time for them to sell, and I made a profit of $17.13. The next item is Paper Crane Dainty Floral Baby Doll Tiered Ruffle Hem Boho Size Medium, which is new with tags, and I did find this at the Goodwill bins. So it was this really cute, lightweight, very flowy, and it had just these like mixed prints on it, which I thought was really cool. And I've seen others for sale that were similar. This is why I like doing the hang up method now. A lot of clothes just kind of blend into this material that I was using, this blanket. It was a white blanket. And I would try to do like a contrasting color on the back for things. Anyways, it was a pain. So now I'm taking them on in front of a gray wall, and I have them hanging up on a gray wall. Anyways, it seems to be working much better. But I did post this. Oh, I got it for $1.27 average cost of goods. I posted it November 20th to Poshmark. I hadn't taken the new pictures yet, as you can see, so it didn't get posted to eBay just yet, and it finally did sell on Poshmark April 29th for $20. So again, you just gotta wait. Like, it was from that same Goodwill trip that I paid $1.27 for those last two items, per item. And I just waited, and I just made $17.13 for the first one and $18.73 for this Paper Crane shirt. So, I mean, it's worth holding off and just give it time. It'll sell. So, yeah, I just let it sit. And then the next item is, or the last item actually, you guys, we finally made it to the end. The last item is Urban Outfitters, and it was the Eats France. Here's a picture I found online. But this was a little bit of a darker color, I think. But it did give the idea. These were a lighter pink. And it had the Eats France is the name of this brand, I guess. And it's from France. I'll show you this tag. There it is. So there's an Eats France. It says it's made in Morocco, though. Anyways, and it is sold at Urban Outfitters, or it was sold at Urban Outfitters. So when I saw them, I was like, these are so cute, because I really love pink, you guys. It's kind of like my color. It's the thing that I use on my, like, the beginning of my videos and stuff. I don't know. It's not, I wouldn't say it's my favorite color, because I love blues, purples, and pinks. Those are like my favorite colors. I always said purple, or like a bright, like fuchsia. I don't think fuchsia is really my favorite color. I really love this pink. It's really one of my favorites, is that Barbie pink. It's so cliche. I don't know. I just love it, though. I don't know. It makes me happy, so that's what matters. But I loved it, and I knew somebody out there was going to love it. So I picked it up at the Goodwill in Houston the day that I was standing there for 5 hours, March 6th. And I paid $6.99 for that one, and I posted it April 4th to Poshmark and eBay, and it sold on Poshmark April 29th for $20. That made my profit $13.01. So as long as I did all my math correctly, and I will have to go back and double check my math after this, because there's a few that are a little bit questionable. So I will go double check those. But if I did my math correctly, I made a profit of $439.62 for the month of April altogether. So it's lower than what I wanted it to be, but I'm still in that like over 300 range, so I'm really happy with that. I am working my way up. I want to be consistently over 500, And my ultimate goal, that I've said this before, my ultimate goal is to get hopefully closer to 2,000 a month. I think, yeah. I'm going to say 2,500 because once you take off tax and that stuff, you know, then I think it would come out a lot lower. So I'm just trying to supplement my income for losses of income. Yeah, anyways, so we're getting there. We're getting there. I'm learning. I just need to do a lot more. I think my thing is I need to get more items posted quicker. I'm working on that this month, and I am working on, like I said in my previous video, I'm working on getting older items, the new photos, and getting them on eBay and not just on Poshmark, because a lot of my original items I didn't post to eBay at all. So I have been slowly getting all of those repictured. I even have some right here lined up. I've been steaming those and getting them ready, and those were out of one of my boxes. So those are stuff that's already on Poshmark right now. And I went through, I've been also my picture, I messed that up. I've been also pulling stuff that I don't think is worth selling anymore. Like as I'm going through to steam it, or I take a better, really hard, closer look at the item, and I'm like, it's a basic colored t-shirt. Like, I've decided not to do t-shirts and those plain tank tops. Like that tank top, I decided to go ahead and relist. It's not a popular brand. It's just like, I think one of those like a Redbubble ones where somebody out there created it and posted it on like Redbubble or something, and then you can, like, I don't know, you know, just one of those generic ones. I think it has a cool print, and I think it would be fun for summer. So if I can get that reposted, somebody might like that one. But nobody's out there searching Bella Canvas, you know, that's the brand. So I'm just got to use some really creative keywords and hopefully find the right buyer for that one. But I think it's cute, and I think somebody will buy it at some point. But if not, it'll probably end up being donated. But I have been pulling stuff that I'm like thinking, okay, well, I might have missed a hole that I didn't see before, or it's stained, and I'm like, you know, I'm just going to go ahead and pull this because it's got stains that maybe I didn't notice before, but then I noticed this time. Now, if it's a stain that's like super minor, I'm going to, you know, if it's not documented, of course I have it documented now, but I'm just like really being more mindful and focused on any staining, any holes, like overall wear, the sellability of the actual item itself. Like, is it going to really sit there for the next 5 years? Is it worth even trying to sell? Like, all of those factors I'm being a lot more specific with. So it's helping me to clean out my boxes of stuff that I don't need to put there, and that will give me a chance to go back and fill them up with better quality items when I do go purchase them. Anyways, so, and I'm trying to keep my boxes to a certain amount right now because it's what I have so far is manageable, but if I keep growing, which I would love to do, I'm just going to need more space to do that. So I'm kind of trying to push off and hold off until I have a bigger area to put storage boxes and stuff like that. Anyways, so yeah, that's the end of the month for April, you guys. I can ramble on for the next 12 hours probably, and I'm not going to because I doubt anybody's going to watch this far. If you actually did watch this far, would you do me a favor and like literally comment in the bottom that you watched the entire video? I'm just curious because on average, my stats, I drop people after like the first 5 minutes. So yeah, me making a 55-minute video is pretty crazy, but I like it, and I like to talk through all the items. It really refreshes it in my mind, and it helps me learn and focus on what I need to focus on, and we're going to get there. The more I do, the more I sell, the more items that just the more brands that I'm learning. It's just going to make it easier when I'm out in the wild thrift shopping, and you know, you come across a brand and you're like, yeah, that's not worth it. Or, you know, oh, that's a great brand. You know, I am learning all those things, and I love learning that. So if you made it this far, please just comment below that you watched the entire video. Thank you so much if you did tag along this whole entire time. I appreciate you so much. And if you're new here and this is your first video and you watched this whole thing, wow. because I ramble a lot and stumble over my words sometimes, and I'm getting better at it. But please hit the subscribe button. I would love to see you follow my journey and see how it goes as I learn brands. I will bring this stuff to you guys too, so you can kind of see what I'm selling, and maybe that'll help you in your reselling business too. But I hope you guys have a good rest of your day, and I will see you hopefully soon in the next video. Bye! Hey guys, I'm back for 1 second because I did go ahead and get off the recording, and I went back and looked up that one. Actually, I went back through a bunch of them, and I realized that I did good on all of them except that one. That one that I was thrown off for a loop going, this doesn't seem right. I was right. I forgot to subtract the amount that I had paid for the item, and so my net profit for that beige long duster cardigan sweater, that crochet looking one, I did make a profit of $25.66, so not quite as good because I originally had it at $33.65. So it wasn't quite as good because I paid $7.99 for that item, so it was a pretty high amount, and I was thinking there's no way that's right. So I went back and I looked at it and I'm like, okay, that makes more sense. But after I took a look at all my numbers, that is the one that I did mess up on, and I'm glad I caught it. And so my new total profit came to $431.63. So it just went down slightly, nothing major. But anyways, I just thought that was interesting that I caught that as we were going through it. We're all human, we all make mistakes. Anyways, that's it I just wanted to come back and say I was going to just put up the numbers on the screen, but I'm like, if you're listening, it's easier for people to actually like hear it too. So I just figured, why not? I'll just do another quick mini recording and add it to the end of my first recording. So there you have it. I am now done for the month. I hope you guys have a good rest of your day, like I said before, and I will see you next time.